I swear to God. All right. Hello, everyone. I hope Kelly's still in chat. I hope Kelly heard that. Uh, hello. Welcome to Not Quite Novelist. This is the show where new friends are made, literally. New worlds are built live and on the spot each and every episode. My name is Savannah. If you don't know who I am, how the hell are you here? How did you find me? If you do know who I am, though, you good and goddamn better well know my guest this week, which is the reason for a lot of my emotional trauma when it comes to listening to when it comes to listening to actual plays,
Yeah.
and the victim of the official Bullying Johnny Club. Yeah. It is Johnny from Talking XP. Hi, Johnny. How you doing?
Hi, doing great.
Great. You know you signed up for this. You did this.
Oh, I'm here for it. I'm so stoked.
So, just like last week, actually, Johnny is a guest who, um, oh yay, it works because we summoned Matt. I love this.
Yay.
Yeah. But yeah, just like last week with the Table Talk girlies, Johnny, you were actually someone who recorded a pre-recorded episode with me
Mhm.
before I started streaming, and I think that sat in my computer for like a year before I finally was like,
Love
I'm
it.
gonna try and edit, and then I tried to edit, and it didn't happen. To
Mhm.
be fair though, the
I get
episode I
that.
recorded with you had like 45 minutes of just tangents, and I was like, I need to listen.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I was like, I need to listen and like
Yeah.
cut out the parts that are like no longer relevant, because like tangents are fine, but
Yeah.
like what's not relevant to, you know, the time now. You have since closed or like ended Ravenloft Misfits. um
Yeah.
we talked a lot about
Right.
the original
Right.
character
Yeah.
that I made for Ravenloft
Mhm.
Misfits, which that's one of my favorite parts about being friends with the people who are creating the things I'm a fan of now, because I make OCs
Mhm.
for like literally everything. I made an OC for Johnny's Ravenloft campaign or Curse of Strahd campaign. It was a really good OC, and you actually helped
It
me
was cool.
create her. Like,
Yeah.
I genuinely I think Gisela could be a really fun character to play in a Strahd campaign.
Mhm.
Um, I
I
did
think so
come
too.
up
Yeah.
I did come up with a whole like plot story for her behind the scenes and everything. I think I like
Yeah.
during and after streams I would message you and be like, this is what I think my character is doing in the background.
Yeah, you would give me like the live play-by-play of you
Yeah,
watching things,
here's the
and then like
plot.
after an episode, hey, here's an updated version of like
Yeah.
now that I know all of this stuff
Yeah.
happening.
Here's my fan fiction of what's going on. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. Cool. Well, and then also the pre-recorded episode we made was genuinely the stuff we made in it was sick. We made space
It was
pirates.
so cool. Yeah, we
It
made
was
Space Pirates. It
I
was pretty
I
fucking
think the
sweet.
theme and tone I pulled were pirates in space, and you immediately were like Spelljammer, and I was like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, yeah. I think it had come out at around the time that we did the recording
Yeah.
too, which was
It
just
was
fucking
really,
wild.
yeah, I think it was like new.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's now been like a year and a half or so since we recorded,
hmm
because
that sounds about.
it'll be close to like 2 years since you and I met, actually.
Oh damn,
I
you're
think we
right.
met I think we met in like October 2 years ago. October, November, something like that.
Yeah,
It was
because
fall, because I
because I
remember.
had done I had done the episode with Table Talk
Yeah.
girlies in
No, it was
like
it was November.
2023.
It was November because I was first moving into the house I live in now. Um, and I was
Right,
moving in, and I remember it being like
right.
fall, winter, and I was
Yeah,
like, oh, this is perfect. It's like spooky, you know, time. It's like a spooky campaign or whatever. And then I
right.
cried
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
lot because you are a sick fuck, Johnny. Uh, I
Yeah,
love it.
I'm
You know
nasty,
what?
as
You
we all
nasty
know.
Johnny. Yeah, if you don't watch Bitten and you don't know the context for why he is nasty Johnny, oh, I should have put
It's
that under guest
so
name.
good.
I should have put that in your name above on the stream. Whatever, we'll fix. Yeah, that's why we call him nasty. Yep. Well, where the hell are my teacups of fate? Hold on.
Teacups of Fate.
I cleaned my desk and I think I moved the teacups of fate.
Oh
Oh, there they
no.
are. No. We found them. We're good. It's all
Okay,
good.
cool. Good.
Cool. So, these are the teacups of fate. I think
Love it.
last time when we recorded, I just had like a list and I made you roll dice for it.
I think so. Yeah, I think
Um,
so.
but now I have slips of paper that I'm gonna pull out of teacups, and we're gonna see
Love it.
what kind of emotional blackmail can I give you for myself today? Like, because what are you going to hurt my feelings with? Because God knows it's going to be something. Oh my gosh, hi Zeb.
Yeah.
How you doing? We got friends in the chat
Hello.
today. I love this. It's fun. Well, obviously. Okay. So, I love that I said
Space pirates?
no, it is not Space Pirates. That would be so funny if we
That'd
had
be
gotten
wild.
Space Pirates. Oh my god, if we had gotten Space Pirates
Yeah.
twice in a row, that would have been awesome. Weirdly enough, I've gotten a lot of space stuff.
Okay.
Like if you notice on the doodles on the overlay,
Mhm.
there's like a couple of rocket ships. I think
Yeah.
yeah, there's been so the two big tops ass to ass that I did with Diana, that one is an
Right.
in space episode. Yeah, there's been quite a bit. This one's interesting just because it is a genre that I feel like anything could go into it. So we can really go, it's pretty vague. We could really go in any kind of direction with it.
Okay.
Some of these like the genre ones are very vague, and then some of them are very like specific where it's like a setting. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and just transition that over. So our theme is superpowers, which I think is really cool.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, but our tone is just drama. So it's not necessarily, we're not making something that's like very comedic. We're not doing something particularly funny in a way. We gotta be like, my first thought is like, how like
Okay.
DC gritty universe can we go with this, you know?
Well,
So
yeah,
Watchmen,
I mean,
yeah, Kelly is right. Yeah.
Watchmen, The Boys,
Yeah.
I guess yeah, DC before what's his name took over.
I don't know.
God, I can't remember his name.
I
Anyways,
honestly,
the Superman director.
yeah. Here's the thing about me. I don't know a lot about superhero stuff. I
That's
did
right.
do a full Marvel movie marathon up until I think it was Infinity War, when Infinity War came out. But after that, I haven't really seen any other Marvel movies. The only Marvel.
You haven't seen Endgame though?
No, I've seen Endgame. That's what it was. It was Endgame.
Okay.
I was like, which one is the last
Good.
one? Yeah.
All right.
Endgame I've seen.
Honestly,
I saw Endgame
that's
in theaters.
fine.
I haven't seen the only of the series of the TV shows that they've made. The only series I watched was Falcon and Winter Soldier because I
That was a
fucking
good one.
love Bucky Barnes. That's my boy. I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with Bucky Barnes. I will say though, I have seen and I am obsessed with the Spider-Verse movies. Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse.
Those are sick.
So
Yeah.
it is very rare to get me to, one, it's really rare to get me to see a movie in theaters. Two, it is even harder to get me to see a movie in theaters more than once. The last time I saw a movie in theaters more than once was The Force Awakens.
Okay.
And I think I saw Across the Spider-Verse like 3 or 4 times within 1 week. Because I was just that obsessed with it.
Good ass movie.
Incredible. So I also
and
am
the way
a big,
that the end, it turns into the Prowler music is just
yes.
that's so
yeah.
good.
I think I
All
don't
of it.
know a single friend of mine who is an artist that didn't walk out of that movie going, I have new art ideas. Like there is something inspiring for every single art style, whether it's traditional drawing, whether it's digital art, whether it's painting, fucking writing. Every single creative that I know walked out of that movie inspired in some way. Yeah, I'm obsessed. So when I think of like superpowers and drama, so I have an original character that I made that is for a like private RP that I did with my friend Felix, who but I'm obsessed with her superpower, and I kind of want to just I try to avoid like stealing from my own OCs that already exist.
Right.
But
I get you.
superpowers, I haven't had a chance to yap about this particular character and her power, and I'm obsessed
Okay.
with it. So I'm just gonna give you the power without the like backstory of this
Sure,
character,
sure, sure.
and I'm gonna let you figure out a character that you kind of want to go to be either an enemy or an ally for this character. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
That is because my first instinct is I have to bring this character to life in a public setting. So
Sure. Yeah, that makes
she
sense.
she
I get
is
it.
what I call a technopath.
Okay.
She okay, so you know how certain like devices where you say like, "Hey Google, Siri,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Alexa," that kind of thing. I'm trying to trigger everybody's devices in the chat right
yeah.
now. um, but so she essentially has that power to do that without saying anything out loud. She can command devices to do something if she is
Cool.
able to touch the device and create a skin to device
Yeah, 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 yeah.
psychic that will create a psychic connection to it. Um, so
So
she can
it's
do
like
that.
have
So
you seen Heroes? Oh,
no,
probably not. Probably
no,
not.
yeah,
Mika, I think is Micah, I think is his name, but he's a technopath that does the exact same thing where
okay.
like he touches an ATM and then it's like, "Hey, can I have some money?" and then it just
Quite
just a bunch of money
literally,
gets
that
out.
is her power.
Yeah.
She also has so her backstory, and I will give you like her story, and I'm gonna try and like rename this character and kind of redo like her personality a
Sure.
little bit so it's not like the same character, but
Sure.
her backstory is that beforehand she was actually like incredibly smart already. She was like genius level
Mhm.
computer
Makes
hacker,
sense.
and
Mhm.
she got roped into being a part of this like experiment that obviously went wrong, and it went haywire, and it created this like
Love it.
psychic telepathic connection to technology. But her if we're gonna put this in like D&D magic-y terms, her like arcane focus would be her laptop or her phone, because one
Cool.
thing that she can do also, not only have that, I love making characters that are super OP in like one facet of their lives, but then like useless
Yeah.
in others, you know? Like
Yeah,
she
yeah,
has
yeah.
regular human strength. She's a person.
Mhm.
She just can also get like remote access to the devices she's had like psychic connections with through her laptop. And so,
That
like, if she
yeah.
were to be like, "Hey, can I borrow your phone real quick?" She'll take your phone, do whatever. But because she's touching the device, she'll hand the phone back to you. Then she can get
And then
onto her
now she has
laptop
that.
and bring up that particular device.
Yeah.
So, and have
That's
remote
cool.
access and be able to, like, basically, like, clone that device and do whatever she wants to it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, really interesting, cool shit that she can do. I once in the role play with my friend had her steal a Tesla just by putting her hand on the door handle.
Just go around touching Teslas and make them all just fucking self-drive off a cliff.
Yes. Yeah. So that's her whole deal, is that she's a computer hacker. She's a criminal. She's not like a superhero, but she
Yeah, that's what I was
is.
gonna say, because that sounds like something that
Yeah,
you
but
you absolutely
she's also not a
not
super
manipulate, take
villain. She
advantage of.
is she
Right.
does like the Robin Hood kind of. Okay, I
Sure.
made her because I was
Antihero.
very yeah. I made her because I was very into, and I still am. I love this show, Leverage.
Yeah.
I feel like you've heard me rant about Leverage a few times.
Probably. Yeah.
Probably. I
My
love
wife
this
also
show
likes
so
leverage,
much.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, you also watch it?
My wife does. Well,
Oh my god,
I
I gotta
rarely
message her
watch
now.
anything, so yeah, I know.
I'm gonna text her in all caps and be like, "I hear you like Leverage."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. I think I mentioned Leverage a lot.
Every single
I
episode.
message it in almost every episode. You're so right,
Love it.
Zach. I message. I
They
talk about
they
it
have
so
enough
much.
episodes where stuff is
Yeah,
always applicable to
yeah.
everything. So
Also,
makes
I
sense.
think it's the final season was set in Portland. Fun fact.
Yeah,
Um,
so
Set and filmed,
my
which I
my
think is cool.
friend my friend's parents own a workout equipment thing, and they actually sold a bunch of workout equipment for that team, I guess. So they have
Awesome.
like a bunch of posters stuff that are
That's
signed
sick.
by all of them and all that. Yeah.
That's so cool. I love it. And something I really love about the show is like I'm not usually a fan of when shows end and then they reboot it. Um
Mm,
but Leverage Redemption, it fucking holds up. It is the
hell yeah.
exact same sense of humor, like the dynamics are the same even though like the
Love it.
main guy, the mastermind character is no longer like in the reboot. Spoilers, I guess, for anyone who wants to fucking watch it. Um the new guy that they brought in like is able to keep up with the humor pacing and stuff like
Hell
uh
yeah.
the writing just really like it just hits. It's a good fucking show.
Good.
Everybody needs to watch Leverage. Anyway, but I definitely made her like kind of shaped her after Hardison.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I want a computer hacker character, but what if I made it like what if I took it a step further? What if I made her an actual like super powered person? So
Right.
yeah, really really cool. I love her a lot. So now in this drama that we're creating, what kind of
Right.
character do you think would be in either do we want to do like a team or do we want to do like a duo or do you just want to make someone who's like an enemy of my character?
So is she's going to be the protagonist, right?
So the way I like to do these shows because again, like this show, you can't go fucking off the rails when there's no rails to begin with. We have one rail and it is
Sure.
our theme and
Sure.
tone. But a lot of this is like, okay, let's say if this was a game we were playing, if we were in a game somehow and we were doing this as like an actual play or just a whatever, like who would you play? Who would I play? You know. So
Mhm.
I'd say like we're
Okay.
both.
Okay.
I would want us both to be like level of protagonist in the story in some way.
Sure. Okay. Um
Most of the
well,
episodes I've done, I have
another
had like, let's ship our characters. When do they smooch? But I've had a couple where
right,
it's
right.
like, because that's obvious. But I've had a couple where it's like, okay, they're siblings. Or I think the one with Andy, we did like an enemies to lovers thing, which was fun.
Love that.
Because that makes sense for me and Andy to make an enemies to lover dynamic. Actually, knowing how both me and Andy's like styles, I was like, this tracks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, if this is going to be a drama, one of
Mm-hmm.
the other things that I'm thinking about is Chronicle, which
Mm.
Chronicle was these three guys find a meteor that had just hit Earth, and like they go deep into this like little cave that it created,
Yeah.
and when they touch the asteroid, that's when they get telekinesis powers, right? And so
Okay. Wait, is it a
each
movie
of
or is
these,
it a TV show?
it's a movie. It's a
Okay.
movie.
I'm just
It's a,
looking it
it's
up
a really
now.
good movie, to be honest.
I feel like I've
I
seen
don't know what the
trailers for this, but I don't know if I've ever
yeah
actually seen it. Okay.
I don't know what the IMDb score of it is, but it was a pretty decent movie. And what ended up happening was these three were like inseparable once they got these powers. They were joking around, like moving cars when they were parked in a parking lot, and then
Yeah,
having
yeah.
people come out and be like, "Ha, fucking
Yeah.
moved your car," shit like that. And then they finally learned that they could fly when they like lift themselves up in the air, kind of thing, which is like
Okay.
fucking cool, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but one of the characters lived in a really shitty environment. Like their dad was a
Oh.
alcoholic and was abusive and all of that stuff. And like
Yeah.
his mom was dying of some illness. I don't remember what it was, but basically they created a villain story for him. And so the
Yeah.
two of them versus him, he accidentally kills one of them, and then the other one has to kill him because he's creating like this havoc and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
so that's kind of what I'm thinking, where it's like maybe the two start off
So like
good
friends to
together.
enemies kind of thing.
Right, friends to enemies is what
Ooh.
I'm thinking. That would be cool.
That would be
So then,
cool.
if you're a
That'd be sad.
technomancer, then yeah, very sad.
Mm.
If you're a technomancer, I think something that could be really cool too is like, what if this uh like started off like we both got our powers at the same time, so we're learning how to use them, and then
Maybe we were both a part
um
of the same experiment that went wrong. Like the
it could be, yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like we both
and
maybe
then
we were both like best friends and then there was this like maybe we were like college kids and we saw like a thing that was like, hey, do you want to earn a little bit of extra money, come be a part of this
Right,
like beta
right.
test, this test thing, but it was actually
And so
like this like
then,
creepy science experiment.
and if we both were in that and we were like stuck there, maybe we both worked together to get out, is what I'm
Yes.
thinking. Okay, so
Yeah,
then
okay.
I'm trying to think of like a power that would be like a good, um, not antithesis, but like
Hi
a good
Sam.
pairing. Hi, Sam. A good pairing to a technomancer. So,
Yeah.
because you're all about
I mean,
technology, but
see, there's a
well,
lot of stuff that you could do here. I mean, there is like the again going back to leverage. There is the like Elliot and Hardison like dynamic of you could do something that's more like physical based, because that
right,
would
like
make us
strength and all
more.
that stuff.
Yeah, it's a very this is what I mean by I love doing characters that are like very glass cannon, like characters that are super just insanely powerful in one aspect, but if you put them in a different thing, like if you were to put my character into like a gym, she would not fucking work, you know? But um having another character then with her, I mean this is why I like D&D parties, because you've got people that are really good at being um really charming, and then you've got characters that are really good at just playing whack fuck
Hmm.
for a couple hours, and like yeah, so having that kind of balance would be really cool if you wanted to do something more like physical, because then you could do
So,
like
like
an Elliot Hardison dynamic.
invulnerability and like being able to
Mm,
like almost um like unbreakable, that kind of thing, where like the guy just can't
yeah,
be killed
you could
and like can't get
very
hurt, doesn't
very
get sick.
Deadpool energy actually. Um,
Sure, yeah.
you could also do something that's like maybe my thing is very like my character's thing is very software based, so it's a lot about like the hacking, the code, getting into that, or maybe yours is a lot more about the hardware of it, like
Mm.
the actual physical, like having something to do with the actual physical circuitry or the physical like electricity of it. So maybe you have some kind of like electricity ability or something like that. I don't know.
Electricity would be cool
Yeah.
because then I can manipulate things around me to like put the power out. Ooh, that I think that's it. I think that's the one. Like if things power off, I can power them on, and just electricity in general. Okay, so then, so here's where I'm getting stuck at.
Okay.
So if we're doing friends to enemies, then I think the person that would have the quickest hero to villain pipeline would be somebody that could boot into people's devices and steal information and do things and steal money and all that stuff. Because
Yes.
I feel like that sort of a power is very easy to be like it's very easy to fall into that side of things because
Yeah.
who can stop you at that point?
Oof. Oh boy. That's
So then
this. Yeah.
would your character turn into a villain then? Do you think in this story?
I think so. I think maybe, but it's very like starting as a. I think it starts as like she does do the very like Robin Hood stuff. Like she goes in and like, so she's just trying to like she thinks that she's trying to like save the world, but then she starts going
Right. And
after like people that are not
countries.
necessarily bad. Like she's like
So
going
what
after,
I'm thinking,
yeah.
what if she's going after like countries? Like there's like hearsay about certain things. Like maybe she has all the information on like the conspiracy side of the dark web and stuff like that. Like she has all this
Oh,
information
she
just
would go
constantly.
down a
And
dark
so
web rabbit hole.
right. And so
Ugh.
maybe I mean even if it were like I don't know, a country that's committing genocide,
Yeah.
you could like go infiltrate into that entire country as a whole
Yeah.
and then like be like turning off all of their electronics and like means of creating things,
Yeah.
and like we have
Like does like
people
apocalyptic
there.
shit of like going in and like cutting off
Right,
communication
exactly.
systems and stuff, thinking that she's cutting off just the communications between like the higher ups, but she is actually like
Right.
cutting them off from the rest of the world.
All
Like
the
not
people.
just the governments, but the actual civilians
Right,
too.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
god. Yeah, she would go in that bad direction. Oh no. That's
So
interesting.
then if that's the case, maybe it starts off with like a smaller side of things. Like,
Yeah.
oh, the city government. Okay, cool. And then I'm like, I'm here for you. Absolutely. Let's
Mhm.
go fry their fucking computers
Yeah.
so they lose all of the information that they,
Or
and you
let's
could
go
steal all
hack
the
into
money out of
like
their
I was
account.
gonna say let's go hack into like insurance companies databases
Mhm.
and stuff like that. Let's go
Right.
forgive student debt. Let's go do all sorts of crazy
Ooh, you know
shit.
what? The insurance one is really good because without thinking about the aftermath of something, like we're just thinking about insurance companies are terrible. But
Yeah.
if they lose money, people that need that care and need people to pay for their things
Yeah.
won't be able to do that.
Yeah.
Like, of
Oh
course, we all
god.
want to see United Healthcare go under. Like, we all want to see that.
Yeah.
But the
But
very real ramifications of that would
yeah.
be that people will go without care and will die. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh god. Yeah,
that would
I
be really
love that.
interesting.
And she just goes like over the top with it because she thinks that everything she's doing is like hold on one second. I'm getting some kind of message. Okay. Um
And I wonder, so if we're going for insurance companies, where would that money go? Like, would it go into like charity? Because I mean, like, we don't know people that would
like
need that
yeah,
sort of
like
care and that sort
non-profits
of
or something.
stuff.
Well, it could also
Right.
be like what if she does something crazy like going in instead of doing like just taking money, what if she goes in and is like looks through all of these like denied claims and just hits yes on all of them, you know?
And starts like doxing people and stuff like that.
Oh
Oh,
god.
shit.
Yeah.
That would be,
Yeah.
dude, that's an overpowered
That it's
power.
insane, yeah.
That's
Like,
so
because what I'm
wild.
imagining, I know it's drama, but I'm imagining this one. Do you remember the scene in Bruce Almighty where he's like, "How do I set up everybody's prayers?" Because he has now the powers of fucking God, and he sets it as an
Yeah.
email system, and he just says
Hmm.
yes to all. I think she
Yeah.
basically does that through this like these like health insurance companies. She's just like yes to everyone. Oh,
Which then they won't be able to pay for any of them, and then
yeah.
all of that debt just gets put onto them. And
Jesus.
there was, what if one of them? Oh, that would be perfect. What if one of them is like your character's parents or something like that? Like they need life
Yeah.
saving surgery, and so you do this, and then after the
Oh.
fact, it's like they go under and now you guys are stuck with that debt of like 50K or whatever it ends up
Holy
being,
fuck. Yeah.
and then you start
Damn.
taking money.
Yes, and that's when I start just saying, fuck it, I'm just gonna start stealing shit. Um, yeah. Oh
Oh
no.
god,
This is getting
that's rough.
this is like taking this other
From
character I had and going, okay, how do we
twisting it,
like
yeah.
yeah, how do we give
Well,
her
I mean, that's
like
the
her
first thing
dark
that I thought
era,
of.
like her dark twist?
Right.
Yeah.
Because like if you have no barriers, if you have nobody to keep you in check, because like how are people going to be keeping you in check when you're able to literally remote connect to things, and
Yeah.
there's like no trace because you're just asking this thing to do something? Like
Yeah.
that's that's tough. So
Yeah.
then if that's the case, I think, so the beginning starts off as maybe oh, you know what, your parents are going through some sort of a health scare, and that's why you're going into this experiment, because you wanted to get the money to raise
Because I
because they
needed
got
some
denied
money.
their claim or something like that, and then
Yes.
so Yeah, that's the good
This is
right
heartbreaking.
into the
Oh my
vein.
god, this is good.
Ah, drama, love it.
Yeah,
Okay, so
drama.
then
This is what we're doing. So then,
so
okay, what exactly do you think your power would still be like electronic, like electricity in some way, like lightning? Hold on, give me like 2 seconds, cause I need
sure.
to figure some shit out. Um, actually, you know what we're gonna do? I know we just started, but I need to. I've got a weird tech thing going on my end, so I'm gonna
Cool.
go to the BRB screen. We'll be back in
Cool.
like literally in like 5 minutes. So not even
Cool.
that. Give me 1 second.
See y'all soon.
All right, we're back. Johnny was putting curses on my camera, so
It was
I
my
had
fault.
to I had to smack him. But we're fine. Everything is good.
Naturally.
So yeah, we're getting better now. Um, yeah, if anyone does notice, like, if my camera is like lagging or if there's any weird shit, just let me know, please. Thanks. Anyway, that's fixed.
Yeah.
So this is cool for me for this character only because I never do villain characters. I also like in games and stuff, I don't know if I can play a villain or a bad character
Hmm.
ever. It just like I'm someone who like plays games or choose your adventure games and I feel bad choosing like bad options because I don't want to hurt the
Hmm.
character's feelings.
I get that. Yeah, no, I tried doing an evil playthrough in Baldur's Gate 3.
I could never.
The first decision that I made to become that evil character of Tila biting the kid, couldn't do it. I couldn't fucking do it. So I was like, you
It's
know
too
what?
bad.
I guess I'm just being a good person.
I guess yeah.
All right.
Well, you are Johnny, you are the epitome of just walking golden retriever boy. So,
Yeah.
that's that makes sense. Oh my god. You look like you're
Yeah.
like I can't stop it. Like
I
you look
I
like you
I
resent
can't.
this
I
about
straight up
yourself.
I tried so hard doing the real Dark Urge, and I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
Sam in the
Doing
chat is
Dark
like,
Urge
it's not
every
that hard. Just be bad in pretend. I can't.
See, but that's the thing is like even in pretend I can't be bad because
I
like
feel
I make
bad.
characters that aren't bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
it's
the
hard.
game won't know, but I'll
The game
know.
won't know. Yeah, exactly, but I'll know and I'll think about it for
Yeah,
a week.
I
Like
can.
God, I
I
can't
can
believe I
play
just killed that
characters that are
kid.
like. I can play characters that are like bitchy, right? Like I can play
See, but
characters
that's
that are like,
fine.
yeah, like I can play like characters that are snarky or that are bitchy, but not bad, like not evil or mean. And that's why I think this
Yeah.
um like Robin Hood kind of, you know what I mean? I think this like
Right.
good the road to
And
hell is paved with good intentions kind of
exa-
energy is
exactly. Yeah,
really
you're
good for
you're
this
just trying to do the
character.
most good, but you're
Yeah.
just causing the most amount of damage that you don't even see.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh it's heartbreaking. So, okay. Whew. So, I want to do a little bit of world building. Let's like zoom out into like the
Yeah, yeah,
macro a
yeah,
little
yeah.
bit. Is this a world in which Sam being a complete sociopath character is so fun. You would know, wouldn't you, Sam? You would. Uh,
Can't.
God,
I
that's
get
so
that.
good. But
I get
also,
that.
like, Johnny, you're a DM, so like you get to play villains and stuff, and like, it
Yeah,
just
so yeah, that's the tough part because like
yeah,
I know that I'm being an evil bitch when it comes to like so like in Bitten, like
yeah.
the thing that is within that orb, it's a lot
Mm.
of fun when I know
That
that my
whatever
players are
that thing
egging it
is,
on.
I'm like, I'm gonna fight it myself. Like, I don't. Somehow, me Savannah is going to find and worm my way into this game, and like, bitch, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
actually fuck an unknowable eldritch entity up, just solely because he is speaking in your voice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
but in those instances, it's like I don't feel as bad because I know one that my players want that sort of thing. Like they want
Yeah.
the drama, they
Eat
want
that
the
drama
evil
up.
person
Mm.
that they can then defeat and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But two, then I can also talk to them afterwards and be like, "Hey, everything okay? Everybody all good?"
Yeah, yeah,
when
yeah,
we're
yeah.
when we're offline, so much of that,
Oh
so much
yeah,
of that.
yeah.
It's just like checking in, making sure that everybody's okay. Like after every crazy interaction that we have, it's
Yeah.
just like, are we all good? And then everybody
So,
always thumbs up. And we're like,
yeah.
more, and we're like, okay, cool, right
Obviously,
on, let's keep doing it. Turn
go
it up.
harder, be more bitchy.
Yeah,
You know what? I haven't
exactly.
actually made a bitten OC yet.
Ooh.
I'm noodling one. There is one that's kind of
Hmm.
in the back of my brain, but she hasn't really like come forward yet. So,
Yeah,
Kelly,
Kelly
yeah,
straight up said, "Twist the knife," and I was like,
incredible.
bet.
Yeah,
And then
I
and
love
then I
that.
said I hate you. Like that was oh god, that fucking
Oh
moment.
boy.
Ugh!
Kelly, you might have to help me make my own little OC for Bitten. I want to make my own character for that story just to like
So
live tangentially along with the story.
this next season is going to be the one that does a lot of world building. A lot of world
Yay.
building.
Okay, so I'll
So
probably have some more ideas after
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
I'll give you one like the main thing that is in my head that like is the thing that I was thinking of as I would like this to be the base point of knowledge for this character. I want someone who is visually impaired.
Mm.
I want
Okay.
to play, yeah. I've
A
played
blind
characters like
character
in
in something
in
like this would be
RPs, yeah.
a lot.
In RPs and stuff, I've made like in like my private RPs like with friends and stuff, I've made characters that are like hard of hearing and like have like are like coda, like they have like deaf family or something.
Hmm.
And for just for some reason because I really like sign language and I think it's beautiful and I wish I knew more signs than I actually know. I don't know a lot. Um,
Yeah.
but I myself am hearing, but I am fucking there's nothing going on in here. Like I am so fucked up when it comes to my eyesight, and I think it'd be really really interesting to play an actually like um, blind or like some kind of like visually impaired character.
Hmm.
So that could be really fun, especially in like a zombie apocalypse. Having some kind of like that is
Right.
something that's interesting to me is having some kind of like disability and still being able to survive and navigate something
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
intense as the zombie apocalypse could be a really cool
Walking
story.
Walking Dead did a deaf and hard of hearing
Did they?
character
I never
late. Yeah,
finished it.
late. It was very late.
Okay. I
Um,
never finished the
it
show.
was
I think
cool.
I got to I don't remember what part I got to, but I didn't
Um,
get that far
Dude,
before I stopped watching it.
Negan Negan is where people usually stop watching, but
I
it
think I actually
Negan's
stopped
arc is
before Negan, but I know enough that I'm
yeah,
like, absolutely not. Because
right.
he's also played by the same guy who played John Winchester, and I'm like, not this bitch again. Um,
Dude,
so,
that villain is
mm,
one of my top villains of all time.
well, so
Homelander
I've
and Negan
seen,
are like top tier
yeah,
villains.
I've seen like scenes, like I've seen scenes on like YouTube and stuff like that
Yeah.
of him. I just don't, I didn't watch the full, story. But
Sure, sure.
anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, that's so Kelly. That's for you too. Is I'm working on an OC for Bitten, and she's gonna be a blind character. So keep that in mind.
Hmm.
Y'all might be getting some Bitten fanfic from me soon. We'll see.
What kind of a class would you
So,
use for
oh
something like that?
yeah, Sam, you're right. I. The problem is I don't know enough about Daggerheart. I should probably go and watch all of your content on how to play Daggerheart.
Hey, yeah, I mean, hey, if you
Hey,
wanted to learn how to play Daggerheart, it's all of my
everyone.
thing. Yeah.
I don't have
Dude,
my
that
chat
video's going
commands. My
so
chat
good.
commands are not
It's
working
wild.
right now, but I will go ahead and just put your thing in the chat because I can because it's there. Um Oh yeah, Kelly, I
Work.
don't know if you are
Oh, look at
very
that.
much aware of my little habit of I have made an original character for every piece of fiction that I have consumed since I was 11. Every single one of them. And now that I am into TTRPGs,
Mm,
it has been APs that I've been making OCs for. So yeah, I made one for Misfits. I made a um, Once Upon a Witchlight from Legends of Evantris OC. I have a Dungeons and Daddies OC that I made. I really like
nice.
her. Yeah, no, my Dungeons and Daddies OC is fun because it's not from season. You would think I would have made one like as soon as I started season 1, but my Dungeons and Daddies OC is from season 2 when it's the kids.
I
You know.
I stopped listening at that second one because one, I don't have any commute anymore, so like I don't really listen to
Oh,
content very
yeah,
much. And then
lame.
two, it was like I finished it. Okay, cool. I finished season 1
Mm,
and it was like just at the beginning of season 2 and I think I had caught up and I was like, "Okay, cool." And then just like stopped because I had
damn.
caught up and there wasn't something else for
Yeah.
me to just
Well,
continue to listen to.
season 2 is awesome. There's a lot of it that is not as good as season 1. There's a lot of it that I think is better than season 1. Um,
Fair
but
enough.
season 2 is great. Um, season 3 they're not doing D&D anymore. They're playing Call of Cthulhu, and it isn't Anthony that's GMing, it's Will, and it's awesome.
Interesting.
Season 3 is awesome. It's called the Peachyville Horror. They're doing Call of Cthulhu set in the 1950s America.
Oh, love
It
it.
is currently ongoing, and I fucking love it. Thank you for the lurk, Sam. Thanks for hanging out. This is our mid episode tangent because I have to have one in every fucking episode. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I had one episode. I think it was the one with Justin where we just talked about My Big Fat Greek Wedding because I really like that movie. That was it.
I've never seen it. I've heard really good things,
It's
and
so good.
I yeah, I know.
The
I know.
tangent I had with on our mid episode tangent was about Korean skincare.
Oh, yeah.
Because we really like skincare. And now this one is about how I've made OCs for everything. My very first original character for a movie, and I can admit this now, was Horton Hears a Who. It was that movie that came out, the one with
Interesting.
Steve Carell and Jim Carrey. I had a Whoville
Yeah.
OC when I was like 12-ish, like 11 or 12, whenever that came out. Yeah, that was also when I got when I was on DeviantArt. So that was a time. That was an era for me.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
shouldn't have been
Yeah.
on DeviantArt at 12, but here I am.
Yeah.
Explains a
Hey,
lot
here we
about who I
are.
am, right? Explains a lot about me as a person. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Jesus, I'm moving on. But yeah, so now that I make original characters for everything, shockingly, that I've made my
So
entire brand about making OCs. Uh,
I was gonna say, so for that blind character,
yes.
you could do like a witch. I think that would be fucking
You've
sick.
said the magic word. You've said my
I
favorite
know. I know. I know.
word.
They have a witch class that's in the
Yes.
void content. So
Ooh.
like the void content is very similar to Unearthed Arcana for like D&D, so it's like playtest material that they,
Okay. Okay.
say, "Hey, have at it."
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you have Demiplane, you can have access to all of the
Okay.
void content that they have, and which is one of them. And
Yes.
so
Incredible.
that
Kelly,
would be
you'll
really
probably be hearing
cool.
about this very soon too. I will probably just send you all of the things and Meadow, all of you guys. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to. I
That
met
would be really
I
cool.
met Cujo at Gen Con, and he was so fucking nice. Um,
Yeah.
it
Cujo is
was
the
nice to
best.
go up and be like, "Oh, by the way, I'm not quite novelist," and he was like, "Oh my god," and I was like, "Yeah, you. I watch Talking XP content religiously. You will never get rid of me." Um, as much as I
And
say
we don't
I
want to get rid of you.
yeah, I was like, as there was a time, I'll admit this, there was a time where I was like, does Johnny think that this is fucking annoying that I'm like sending him my own like
No.
character ideas for his story that I'm
No.
not even a
It
player in? Like,
it's like it's crazy because so I talked about this, I don't even know to who, but
yeah,
as a GM, everything is just words and numbers.
yeah, okay,
Most of the time. Most of
yeah,
the time.
yeah,
Because I know what I've written. I know what the stats are for the monsters. I know what the rolls that I make are, and I make the decisions on whether or not to use a feature or not. So for me, it's all about it's a lot more of a game than it is like a story,
yeah.
if that makes sense. And
Okay, I
so
see what you mean. Yeah,
when it comes to like people finding interest in the story, like in
yeah.
the story side of things, it's always so cool because
Ah, ad break.
ad break.
Well, good thing we're
Um,
vamping and we're not talking about the actual content on hand,
right,
but
right.
continue with what you're saying.
Yeah, it's really cool to have that side of things where you know
Yeah.
somebody like you is so interested in the story that's being
Yeah.
told and
I
like can see the world in a different way than I can. it's just really cool to see that happen.
I think that's so cool because I think that is what kind of helps me to, I don't want to say stand out, but that makes me a kind of anomaly in the TTRPG space when it comes to being a consumer too, is because I didn't start playing TTRPGs until I was like 27, you know? Like
Hmm.
when you and I met 2 years ago, I had only just started my very first campaign that I was in, right?
Right.
And so I didn't start playing TTRPGs until not long ago at all. But I have
Yeah.
been writing stories and I have been making characters and I have been building worlds and I've been doing this shit my entire
Yeah.
life. So
Yeah.
my whole focus is on story. My only,
Hmm.
like, my main focus is going to be on story and acting and characters and writing. And so
Right.
being able to come at things from that lens and from the narrative perspective and putting all of the numbers completely on the back burner for it,
Right.
I feel like adds like a really, this is why you need to cast, this is why we need to play something together, Johnny.
Dude,
Kelly,
like I
help
said,
me
I am
bully
a
Johnny. I need to play something with him. I've been friends with this man for 2 years, and we met because of actual plays, and we have yet to actually sit at a table together.
no, really?
Aside from the actual play that we did at Gen Con, you
Right,
and
right,
I
right,
have
right,
not
right.
actually played in anything together. During
Damn,
Castleton, we never
that's
had any scenes
criminal.
together. So,
That's
like,
true.
we've
That's
never
criminal.
done something at the same table. I'm telling you, like, I've been trying to bully Johnny into casting me in something, or like or just joining something with me and playing a game with me so that we can sit at the same table together. Because the fact that
Yeah,
we haven't yet is a crime. This
I
is
know,
why I
I
bully
know.
you. God damn it, Johnny.
It makes sense. It makes sense. I get it.
Truly. All right. Anyway,
Um,
let's get back on track with our fucking
yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
superheroes. So, okay, let's do. So, my question with zooming back and going into like world building for this
Right, the
story
world building.
um, is this a world in which the general public know that superheroes or superpowered people
Yeah.
exist? Are there superheroes in the world, or is this a world in which this just happened to us and we are like secret identitying this shit where we kind of keep it quiet and we become
I feel
the
like the
superhero supervillain of this world?
right. I feel like the only way that it can get so out of hand so quickly is by the fact that there is no
Yeah.
ideas of people with superpowers. Because like
Yeah.
if that were the case, it would have been stopped so much quicker
Yeah,
because
like
of the fact that
whoever the already established superhero in this world
right,
is, like whoever the Spider-Man or the Superman of this world is, would have
exactly.
already come in and found me and been like, enough. So,
Yeah.
oof.
Yeah,
Oh
I think
boy.
that I think it would have to be I think it would have to be that we are part of the newest
Yeah.
like bit of people that have superpowers.
Okay. I love it. This is so, it's hard for me to come up with ideas for this character because I'm like, oh, I don't like
I
being a
don't
villain.
want to make
I don't
them
want to.
bad.
I don't want to be a bad guy.
Well, I
Because
mean,
I'm just thinking, what is her redemption? What is the thing that is going to bring her
if
back? What is the thing that's
is
going to
there a redemption?
actually
Oh yeah, yeah.
snap her out of it? Um, I think that if there is
Well,
a redemption in any way, if there is a thing that is going to get them to reconcile or to get her to like just even just stop, like not reverse the damage she's done because you can't, but like
right.
just stop and not cause further harm. Um, I think there is going to be some sort of fight or some sort of, there has to be one like climactic crazy fight between like our two characters, and
Yeah.
I think it would be a situation of like my character actually hurts your character in some way, like physically, like
Right.
hurts in some way to the point of like I realize like this is like my friend or this is someone that I like, loved at
Which
one point, like was so close to
right,
me,
right.
and look at what I have done now.
I
Just
feel like that's
yeah.
why I wanted to have I think I want to have the character be invulnerable. like physically invulnerable.
Oh yeah,
Because,
because then if something does happen, like, oh, I found the way to actually.
well, but not only that, I'm thinking you did something emotionally damaging to my character. So then it's like, right,
Oh wow, so
exactly,
I'm pulling
exactly.
the Uno reverse and emotionally hurting you this time because of how many
Yeah,
times you've emotionally hurt me.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that that would make the most sense because
Yeah.
you're very much like a I can control technology to do the things that I want to do. But
Yeah.
like my character would be I need to do the things that I
Yeah.
need to do because I am invulnerable. I'm
So
the only one that can do it, you know?
in that way, then, what if my character actually was the one to get physically hurt? Like,
Mm,
and it was to a point where like you still had to do something like self-sacrificial or something to try and like protect, because at the core you still care about this person, you still love this person, they are still someone that you want, like you're trying to help, you're not trying to just, it's not
right.
an enemies thing where you are just trying to stop them, you're trying to help. And so there is
So
something that like
here's what I'm thinking.
uh
We have to have like a clash at the end, right? Like there
yes,
has to be the
yeah, yeah,
climax
yeah,
of the story where we fight and it either ends one way or the other. And I think that what I'm thinking, because how do you fight an invulnerable person? And so what
yeah.
I'm thinking is you have like you control literal robots that are
That's what I'm thinking,
like
is like,
Tesla cars that are running into me and
that's
like
what I think,
shit like
like
that.
there has been like it has built and built and built to the point where I have a full on like super villain
Right.
bunker lair
Yes.
kind of thing where I've created all of these different like security bots and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of like
Exactly.
technological, it's almost like I've created a smart home for myself, which
Yeah.
this character is so far removed from anything that Savannah appreciates. And like, I
Well,
hate this,
but
and it's so
so
interesting. Like, I'm playing
it's
so against
so
type right
easy.
now.
Right, but it's
Yeah,
so easy to just see that
yeah. To
going
see that
good
natural
to
progression.
very bad. Like
Yeah.
that sort of power is just like you can get so drunk on power like
Yes.
so quickly because of all of the access that you have to
Oh.
everything.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And still
Um,
have this like, and still have this intention and this feeling of I'm trying to save the world. I'm trying to do this as I'm doing good. I'm trying to do good in the
mhm,
world right now by taking down the real villains, who at this point are not even the real villains. Like, I feel like there's been so
right,
much crazy shit that at this point the government has fixed itself. You know what I mean? It's like I
right.
kind of
Yeah, something
did
along those lines.
my goal, but I have been completely blinded and I can't see that, like,
Or it's just completely destroyed at this point, and like just
yeah.
the ramifications of that is anarchy.
Oof. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So
So it has devolved into complete chaos now. Like the world
right,
is,
exactly.
yeah.
I mean, the
Oh
world
man.
without the internet would be
Right now, it,
this
yeah.
point, it would be
Who knows?
catastrophic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a fun, another little like tangent. This is a story that I have had in my mind for a while of it's an apocalypse story, but it is like kind of like
Hmm.
a I imagine it as kind of like a dark comedy, like a horror comedy type of thing. But I have this idea for a comic book that I want to write where the first like issue, or the first like, chapter is it starts with like a rich like businessman like going and needing to get like money from an ATM, or going to like to the bank or something. But then um all sorts of people from different like points of socioeconomic level. Um, but I wrote this idea when I was working at a Rite Aid. But imagine this just young cashier in like a grocery store, or in just somewhere like a pharmacy, somewhere totally normal, innocuous, whatever. The computer starts like going really slow, or it like bugs out or something. And when you're mad at a computer, what do? You smack it, right? And so this this random cashier at a random computer, smacks the side of this cash register, but on the inside of the computer, what it does is it slips something in the hardware, like something microscopic on the like
Hmm.
chip that runs the computer, right? And what it does is that breaks the like fail safe that kept the computers from becoming sentient.
Mm,
And so then all of the cash register system in the entire store stop working. But then it
right.
spreads to then the ATM starts connect because
Hmm.
the ATM is connected to the network
Right.
in the store. The ATM starts working, but then it's all of the ATMs in the country
Hmm.
for
Hmm.
that particular bank, and then it spreads to and it just keeps going until essentially no electronic form of currency can be accessed by
Can be
anybody.
used. Yeah.
And it is the computers take over the world story, but the actual like problem that is happening is the world is instantly forced back into needing whatever physical currency you have is what you have. And
Or bartering.
you have to go
Because
back. Yeah. So it forces society back into like a trade barter system. But there
right,
is
and it
no
would
more.
destroy the stock market. Like
Yeah.
all
Well,
of
no, the
so
stock
many
market
businesses
would
would go
cease
under.
to exist. Like that's the
Right,
thing.
exactly.
It would
Yeah.
because it goes from a cash register to ATMs to then bank systems to
Banks,
then the internet in general
market.
to then yeah, anything that is electronically um like categorized is shut off.
Yeah,
And
that'd be
that's it.
wild.
And so yeah, and so it hello, Janasikwa, how's it going? Currently we're working on some superpower dramedy stuff, but I'm talking about an interesting comic idea that I've had for a while that is just what if computers take over the world and they decide that we're not allowed to have any access to our electronic currency anymore. So
And I
that's
mean,
my thing that I'm doing.
that would be really cool too, because like
Janosikwa, why
you,
am I not
it
following you?
it
I thought I
could
was following you. What the hell?
it could go to the point
Sorry.
of that is the
My bad.
ideal that your character has, is that we've gotten so bad, we've gotten so greedy,
Mm.
we've gotten so focused on
Yeah.
the internet and
It's
all of that stuff, that like maybe that's what you were going for,
yeah.
is just to shut everything off.
This is interesting because oh, maybe it is like there is a like it's gotten so crazy that now maybe my character is very aware of how drunk with power she's gotten and how much access she has
Mm,
because she's like maybe she's realized I am now the one. Maybe she is that it's this like toxic level of self-awareness that she's like,
right.
"Oh, I know the best way to fix it is by shutting everything down because
Hmm.
if I can't access all of these things anymore for myself, then I can't hurt anybody else, but it's also going to like but also then nobody else can
Ruin
like things
everything.
can't yeah, like things can't go back to the way they were and they were so bad before, so I have to end it, you know? Um
Yeah.
and so it's a weird almost like I don't want to say like suicide mission for herself, but it almost is. Like it feels like she like
Yeah.
what is she reduced to when she does not have access to this understanding or this ability or she can't use this thing that she's always been like her greatest strength, which is even before the incident was her knowledge of computer software and her computer hacking.
Right. Right.
So she's almost doing this like maybe when they're like during this big crazy fight there is kind of an emotional like breakthrough where he like
Hmm.
breaks through to her and she's like, oh,
And
I know,
I
and then
think
does this crazy fucking what if we revert to being extremely animalistic from losing access to the entire digital landscape, starting with electronic funds, make it a movie, call it cryptozoology. Genetic Qual, we're gonna talk after this, because that's fucking genius.
yeah, that's a
Holy
cool
shit,
idea.
yeah, that's awesome.
Well, I mean,
But
it
also,
would,
I think
without the
cryptozoology,
internet.
I think cryptozoology is actually a thing, but I think it's actually the study of cryptids. Um, I think so.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
could
about
be
right.
wrong. You can fact check me on that. I could be wrong, but it might be. Anyway, back to our superheroes here. Um,
Yeah, I think once that breakthrough happens, that's
yeah.
when my character would be able to get close and I think he would snap the laptop. I think that would be the last thing. It would have to
Oh.
be something like that to like cut your
Wait,
character off.
wait, hold on. Love me some cryptids. Oh, it is the word for studying cryptids. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll
Cool.
work them into any conversation. Chupacabra. Yeah. I'm in the
Love that.
Pacific Northwest, so my favorite cryptid is obviously Bigfoot. I
Mm.
have to. It has to be. Um, although there's a lot of cryptids I like. I for funsies I sculpt stuff out of polymer clay, and I did one like
Hmm.
line for myself where I made a bunch of different little baby cryptid looking things. I'll put them on Instagram later.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cute. I made a Nessie. I made a Mr. Squatch. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I have a little Bigfoot sculpture. I think he's downstairs right now. But I also have a I made a Nessie. I made a Fresno Nightcrawler. Um,
Fresno Nightcrawler?
do you not
I
know about
haven't
the
seen
Fresno
them.
Nightcrawlers? Those things are wild. Holy shit. I was studying, like, for funsies, I looked up, like, what is each state's, like, main, or, like, most famous cryptid,
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
whatever. And I literally,
Oh,
most of them, to
those
be,
are terrifying. What the
they're
hell?
creepy, right? But to be completely fair, when you look up, like, all 50 states, like, each one's main, like, cryptid, there are so many of them that are just a version of either Bigfoot or Nessie, and like
Mm.
that's it. There's some that are different. The Colorado ones is absolutely nuts. It's like a big like landslide bucket. Is that one's creepy. My favorite is Pennsylvania because Pennsylvania's most favorite cryptid or most famous cryptid is the squonk, and I'm obsessed with the squonk. Have you
The
never heard
Squonk?
of the squonk? It is the saddest, most pathetic looking creature you've ever seen. I'm obsessed with the squonk.
Oh.
There are so many tangents in this episode. This is why we had to do this live. Because, like, if I
Yeah.
had tried to edit this as a YouTube video, yeah, the first video we did of this, the edit would have been a fucking hack job. Yeah, so the squonk, a legendary pig-like cryptid from American folklore primarily associated with the forests of Pennsylvania, described as having a hideously ugly, warty appearance that causes it to weep constantly.
Ew.
The creature's inability to bear its own ugliness leads it to weep so profusely that it can dissolve into a puddle of tears when cornered.
Poor little guy.
I love them.
It
I
does
want to hug
just
one so bad.
little guy. Yeah.
I love Squonk so much.
Yeah, I want a squonk too.
I want to hug
Oh.
one. I've never related more to a creature. It's so funny. I'm sorry.
You two, when
it's the-
noticed, turn into a puddle of tears.
when cornered.
Honestly, hell yeah.
Yeah, try and talk to me about Ravenloft Misfits and watch me turn into a squonk.
True, very true.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that campaign was.
I'll never
Red.
get over at Gen Con, Keon trying to call me out and being like, what were you expecting? I was like, I didn't know shit about Curse of Strahd. I didn't know dick about Ravenloft. I was just like, cool, fun, spooky. No,
Woo.
you let me go on for 2 fucking weeks about the 2 characters that were gonna die in the same episode.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I will say also, like, the fact that I started becoming friends with Zach, and he was like, yeah, Johnny would show us your messages, and we'd just be like, oh no. And I was like,
yeah.
I
think
sick fuck.
It's great, because, like I said,
Je ne sais quoi, I love you. Oh my god. Follow me here. Curse of Squonk is Curse of Strahd, but it's just so much more sad.
It's just Strahd just is an ugly creature that's always wanted to be loved but never has has just never
I
been
need
able to
a
experience
I
it.
need a Curse of Strahd campaign where Strahd literally gets defeated by. I need it to be an all femme cast, right? Hear me out. One of my
Mm-hmm.
favorite dynamics
Here.
in actual plays is an all femme cast with
Mm-hmm.
a male DM, right? Think
Mm-hmm.
like the Seven,
Mm-hmm.
on Dimension 20. Think like Gals and Goblins does it really well. And I
Mm-hmm.
need a Curse of Strahd campaign with this dynamic where Strahd gets defeated by all of the girls just constantly casting vicious mockery on him, calling him an incel. That's
Yeah.
that's
I
it.
mean, that's what he is. That's
Exactly. I
truly
need that. I need it to be an all femme, all bards cast where they all cast vicious mockery at like fucking
oops,
fifth
all
level.
Curse of
Like
Strahd
yeah.
version.
That's what I need. That'll be the
The
most
entire campaign is
satisfying
just
to
called
my
Strahd as an incel. Like, that's the title of the
yeah, the
campaign.
entire title is Strahd as an incel. That I feel like that would heal a lot of feminine rage in me. I was just listening to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, back to these superheroes.
Right, yes. Okay. So we've gotten the start. It's
So I
you
wanna I wanna
read the
do some like
story.
surface level character creation here.
Let's do it.
What does your character look like? And like, let's go looks and like personality. What do you think?
I think
Curse of Squonk is
I'm
awesome.
I'm
Hold on, I'm getting
thinking
that.
of I'm thinking of a Captain America sort of thing where he comes in
Hot.
scrawny,
Sorry.
gets out like
What?
I mean, come on. He comes in
You knew I
scrawny,
was gonna
gets
say.
out like jacked. Like, yeah. I mean, like, let's
I'm
see.
sorry, I can't with the chat right now. Squonk Vonks.
Squonk Vonk is fucking classic.
I
Holy
can't
shit.
breathe. My stomach
Squonk
hurts.
Vonk Zarovich.
Squonk Vonk Sarovich. Welcome to my castle. I have just one question for you. Are you mad at me?
Are you mad at me? Fucking iconic.
My
Holy
stomach
shit.
hurts. I'm gonna get a six pack by the end of this fucking stream. Fuck.
Squonk Vonk
gotta-
Zarovich is
I can't
just
breathe.
too fucking
I'm
good.
good. I'm fine. Everything's fine. It's so funny. Fuck. I haven't got tears in my
Holy
eyes.
shit.
I'm okay. Everything's fine. I'm almost out of tea. I'm so glad you popped in too. Holy shit. That's awesome.
Can we switch the theme and tone? Can we just make Squonk Vonk Zarovich? Like, can we? No.
That's gonna be the name of the episode. The episode's not
Right.
gonna have anything to do with our superhero
Totally
drama.
different. Yeah.
I'm just gonna name it Squonk Vonk Zarovich. Make some merch.
All right.
I can do
So,
it. Hey, look, I've
character
already
creation.
got my Bully Johnny
Yeah.
Club T-shirt design, which Johnny
Good
show
shit.
yours off to. Yep.
Yep. Here we
We
are.
got the Bully Johnny Club T-shirt. I will absolutely make a Squonk Vonk Zarovich T-shirt. I will get started on drawing that tonight. I have to be awake at like 6 a.m. tomorrow. I'm staying up to draw that.
Hell, a
good.
very good use of your time. In my opinion.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Meal prepping
So,
for the week,
character
getting
creation.
my shit together, doing laundry. No. Sleeping? Absolutely not. Squonk Vonk Zarovich. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, you've got a good, like, I almost said Curse of America instead of Captain America. God damn it.
We just can't get away from it.
We can't. I can't escape it. But, like, yeah, you've got your golden
thinking,
retriever boy.
Of course.
Golden boy,
yeah.
Captain America.
Obviously,
Are we surprised? No.
So I think he's got to be some like scrappy sort of guy that like has had a bunch of really bad things happen. Because like there has to be a reason as to why he's here. So
yeah,
I'm thinking that he's like.
I think maybe they like are childhood friends. Maybe they grew up together, and they both went in together because they're both like, hey, we need the money. This is something that like we could do. We kind of convince each other to do it.
I think I want to modify that. I think that my character is the one that brings it forward because
Mm.
if my
Yeah,
character
that's a
brings it
good idea.
forward, there would be a lot of guilt that my character would have about that, and so there would be like one other barrier that he would have to like overcome in order to stop your character from doing the things that they're doing.
You're
Mhm,
right.
mhm,
You're
mhm,
right. You're right. I'm sad. This is bullshit.
mhm.
Why did I know that having Johnny on my stream was gonna make me one laugh the
It's gonna be
hardest
sad,
and cry the hardest in one fucking
right?
episode?
Yeah,
Um. Oh, my Ko-fi thing is still coming up. I thought because my chat commands weren't working that my Ko-fi one
weird.
wouldn't work anymore.
Yeah.
By the way, y'all, my Ko-fi is still open. If you guys want, I've got some rewards here where I can do for $1. I'll read your fortune out of this thing. That I was
Oh
very
hell yeah.
excited. I was very excited when I realized I could remember how to fold one of these. And the fortunes in them are really cute. Please, someone send me $1 so I can read one. Um, for $5, I'll do a one-card tarot pull out of my D&D tarot deck.
I got one of those.
Yep. If anyone has ever gotten a reading from me out of this deck, y'all know my cards don't miss. So if you want to get called out
Mhm.
by a deck of cards, slide $5 my way. And then for
Very
$10,
cool.
I will still do the one-card tarot reading, but because it is out of the D&D deck, I will make up a character on the spot for you based off of the card that I pull. So,
Hell yeah.
yeah. There's actually so this is something I meant to say at the top of the episode and I forgot, but I'm going to be having some new like Ko-fi tiers coming pretty soon, including a 3-card tarot spread, a private one-on-one like tarot reading session, like an actual video call session,
Ooh.
which is
Hell
going to be
yeah.
really cool. And then also to bring it back to the not quite novelist side of things, possibly some like character creation, like help kind of thing. Like if you are about to join a
Hell
game,
yeah.
or if you're a writer and need some help with your story, I might make some tiers where you can honestly have me fucking name your characters for you. You know, like
Mhm.
I love naming characters. Don't go to fucking ChatGPT or some bullshit to get it done. Like, if you don't feel like doing the research of going into like, you know, all these baby name websites or whatever to do it, I'll do it. Um, you know, so or just doing some like character like consultation kind of things. Like,
Yeah.
I'll totally help with like creating characters if you guys are at like a writer's block, you know, or whatever. So, yeah, there's gonna be some new Ko-fi
Naming
tiers
NPCs,
soon.
that is the bane of my existence.
I'll do it.
I
Pay me.
so
I'll name
then
all your
here, let's
NPCs. I'll give you a
let's
whole
let's
fucking
bring it
list.
back
Yeah.
in. What is my character's name then?
Oh, you want me to name your character?
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. Let's see. Invulnerable, someone who's like bulletproof, someone who is I feel like emotionally very like was always kind of like the strong one between us if we were like
Mhm.
childhood
Mhm.
friends. You were definitely
That's why I think they're scrappy. Yeah.
yeah. Let's see. I This is how I always name characters. Um is something that I will do is I will find a word or something that is like something that is kind of indicative of the characters, either their future, their arc, something that's a little bit foreshadowing, or something that is more telling about who they
Interesting.
are, like as a character.
Yeah.
And I will look up names that mean such and such. This is why things I think like knowing the culture of where your characters are from is important too.
Mhm.
Especially in like fantasy settings. If you have a character, or if you're trying to create a world that is like loosely based off of you know, Egyptian mythology, you're probably not going to have a character named O'Doyle, right? You're not going to have, or if you do want to have like a Celtic sounding name, incorporate that somehow into the story. Like, why is your character, where is your character from? Are they from somewhere that's more like
Mhm.
Celtic? What is their lineage when they're set in the fucking desert,
Yeah.
right? So, depending on like what you would want your character to look like, what your character like culturally you think they're going to be from, that kind of thing, I would probably look up names that are like German or Irish or fucking Spanish or whatever.
Mm.
Like you would just name different things that you think So I kind of narrow it down from there. And then if they're fantasy names, I'll do the whole fantasy bullshit of like, all right, let's throw in a Y and like an apostrophe somewhere for no reason.
Of course.
But the root of the name is something that would mean, um, yeah, something that would mean like the thing that you want them to mean. So for your character, I would probably say the easiest thing to go about is look up names that mean protector or protective.
Okay.
I like the name Liam. I think that's a really cool name. I've got there's a lot of like English names. Obviously Google is going to give you like, you know, their like AI overview, but they'll like scan a bunch of names from different sites and just put it together for you. I have a lot of like baby name websites that are just kind of bookmarked on here that I just have. So, okay. William, or Billy actually is the name that's on the list. But William,
Billy's a good one.
But William means, from the French origin, resolute protector, which I think is cool. Let's see.
Funny, because that's my middle name.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
I've been calling you Jonnifer Elizabeth.
I mean, that's fine too.
That's your name now, and you can't escape that. So
yeah, that could be my name. I'm here for it.
So this is.
No, I do like Billy. I think Billy is a good one. I think that's a scrappy name too, like a.
Yeah, I think it's scrappy. I think it is very. I do think it's very like. What's the word I'm looking for? I mean, it's very like Captain America vibe. It's very like good, like kind of like school kid energy kind of thing. Like maybe maybe as they grew up, he started going by Will, but like my character keeps.
That's what I was gonna
Billy.
say. Is like maybe after this transformation, he starts going by Will or something like that.
Yeah. Or even just like maybe because I imagine we're like college age. I mean, I imagine this happened like we went off to college and we're broke college kids like at the local like community college, and we found. So
you're
this
saying
on,
like when we went there,
we found this on like
Will.
Yeah.
I like
but
that.
My character still calls you Billy. Oh my gosh, hi DB. Thank you for the lurk. We've made a friends to enemies story of superheroes or people, two childhood friends who were involved in a science experiment gone wrong while trying to just get a little bit of extra money. And my character is turning into a psycho villain. And yeah, that was Johnny's fault. It was Johnny's idea. It was his fault. We can blame him. Y'all know me. Y'all know I do not like making villain characters. I want to make the cute little girls who are like my defense mechanism when it comes to like making characters that I play in games is I'm so adorable that you don't even want to hit me. This is why I play bards.
Yeah.
This is why I play charisma casters.
You're cutting words.
Yeah.
Cutting words is just. But do you really want to hurt me?
Yeah. Exactly. I'm so glad you could catch a stream too. It's interesting. I have laughed so much, but every time we actually are on topic and we're actually talking about these characters, I'm heartbroken and I'm sad. Which makes sense because I brought Johnny onto the stream, and I knew that this was going to fucking happen. Hey, at least we didn't make siblings, but. They did grow up together, so fuck you anyway.
Pretty much same shit, anyways. And then what is your character's name?
So my character, I'm trying to think of what I would have for her character. Like,
it has to be like
what is the root meaning word? What would you say?
It has to be like a techie name, right?
Yeah. Well, so that's what I'm thinking. Is like, I think her name would be So I'm thinking, hold on, let me do my little Google thing here. Because I think in terms of her,
for like Cyber.
So I'm thinking in terms of her actual name, not just her not her
Right.
superhero name, because we're gonna have to come up with supervillain and superhero names here in a sec too.
True. True.
You know, so for her actual name, I'm thinking something that means. I would say something that means like redemption, but those are a bit harder. So if you want to go like tangential to that, something that maybe means new beginnings or rebirth, refresh, that kind of thing. Um, let's
Right.
see.
Because that's also kind of the whole idea as to who this character is too. Like wanting to
Yeah,
have the
she
entire world
wants. You can't punch me in the
refreshed.
face. I'm just a little guy. Yeah, that's me.
I mean, yeah.
I'm just a little guy. That's why it's really easy for me to bully Johnny, because I'm like a foot shorter than him, and he just lets it happen.
Yep.
Because he's like, she's too small. I cannot fight
Yep.
back. And I'm just like, kick.
Very true. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty
And I
much
just
it.
accept it.
Yeah, I think when I like threatened you so much, and then when we first met, it caught me off guard because I didn't. We randomly saw each other at the Ren Fair.
Oh yeah, that was
And
That was wild.
I
Yeah.
just walk in minding my own fucking business, and I just hear Savannah. And I'm like, the fuck? Oh shit! There's a tall person
Hey.
next to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
But I was like, but I
was
like
so
before
funny.
that, I had threatened you so much with when we meet in person. The first thing I'm saying to you is roll initiative, bitch. Like, let's go. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fighting.
And I was so caught off guard. So I was like, I need at least one picture of me threatening to punch you. And we got it. And I
Right.
was
Of
happy.
course.
Obviously. That's so funny. But so yeah, I think having a character that means a name that means new beginning, dawn, new day, something
Ooh,
like that.
Dawn is a good
Those
one.
are so the name Roxanne means dawn, and I like the idea of her going by Roxy.
Okay.
Because
I like
it
it.
feels
That
like
sounds
very
very
alt,
like
very edgy, very
yeah.
It's got a bit
Love
of
it.
it's got a bit of a like the alt girl in a coming of age movie energy. You know what I
Agreed.
mean?
Agreed.
So yeah, I think Roxy,
Okay.
yeah,
So then
Roxy and Billy. And he's always like, I told you I go by Will, and you're like, not to me, bitch. You're Billy.
yeah.
Yeah, so silly. So I think my character definitely looks like. I think even like growing up, like in like high school, and then in like even like in those early days of college, our characters always looked like people did not understand why we were friends, because it's like you've got this like very good like, even though you're scrappy, you still got like the good boy energy.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
so it is very much hot goth girlfriend with a golden retriever boy.
Yeah.
But it's like
Yeah.
we're like besties, and we've like hung out with each other forever. So you probably watched like the transition for me into that like edgy like punk goth phase, you know? And then like never get out of it. And so you started learning, like you started listening to like the metal music, and like
Yeah.
you're one of those
Yeah.
like covert metalheads, you know? Like you're into it but you don't dress like it.
Nobody will know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was always me with being like an emo kid. I was like, I never like dressed like an emo kid, like with all the big makeup and the big hair and all of that.
Right.
I did like colorful
Platform.
makeup. I did makeup like this. So I looked like the cutesy art
The
chick.
colorful emo.
Yeah. It was like very scene, but not even that. Like scene was still like a level too much for me. I dressed preppy. I dressed to like very like Hollister Aeropostale kid. But my favorite band was My Chemical Romance. So it was a whole thing for me.
What did I usually wear? I usually just wore like shorts and a t-shirt. Like that's all I ever.
I think the difference is, so you never change your style your whole life, basically. Incredible. I love it.
No, I didn't.
So funny. But yeah, I think
Forever shorts and t-shirt.
Yep. Honestly, valid. Truly. But I also, like, in high school and stuff, like, growing up for me, I had an incredibly strict dress code that I had to follow. So, like, I didn't really get a chance to dress, like, how I wanted, but
Sure.
neither here nor there. But, But so yeah, I think like you probably watched Billy probably
That makes
watched
sense.
Roxy's like transition into being like emo scene kid. Maybe like I feel like this is a really cute like childhood memory of like he was with her when she got her first like piercing that wasn't just her earlobes. And
Mm,
so she like he like held her hand cuz she was getting her nose
yeah, yeah,
pierced
yeah,
even
yeah.
though her mom said no and it was a whole like thing. Yeah.
The whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. Oh, that's
I
so
think I
cute.
think too. I think it would also make a lot of sense that Roxy was into um, like the dark web of things before
Yeah.
this
Well, she's
transition
like,
into
yeah, because she's always been like the black sheep of her family, I think. But she's like,
right, right,
but it's because she is so fucking smart. It's because she is so like,
right,
she's always been
exactly.
super into computers and computer hacking. And she was like the MySpace, and then going into like doing Tumblr, like
Hmm.
full HT, like full coding her own like
Yeah,
blogs and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, that
And then
sounds
just
right.
taking it steps and steps forward. Um, and like going to like she would go to Billy and be like, "Look at this crazy thing I found," and he'd be like, "Cool, I don't get it, but
Yeah,
I yeah." He was like, "I don't get it, but I support you." You know, like
very
he's
much.
just yeah. Oh, so
Yeah,
cute. Oh my god, I love these two so much. I do
man.
think it was
Okay,
like
so we
sorry, keep going.
start off with each of them being the people that they are first. They're best friends. They're going through all of this stuff, and then we end with them nearly killing each other because
And then
of
almost like I
dude.
this
That's
is
wild.
probably one of the darker subjects that I'm bringing up like in one of my streams, but like I think she genuinely is like maybe not trying to kill herself, but she is like she whatever she is doing
Pushing
will
herself.
seriously hurt herself and like will
Yeah,
seriously like take herself
she's
out.
pushing herself past her
Yeah.
capabilities
Yeah. And
to
then
get to whatever
yeah.
utopia that she's trying to create.
But then I think when the like security bots come and they grab Billy and they're like holding him back. I think maybe they're not hurting him now. They are just holding him back and like
Right. Yeah.
physically like keeping him away. And he tries to like break through to her mentally when he does and she's just like you're right. Like
Mm,
what have I done? He's still being held back. She's having this like epiphany and she's
mm-hmm.
saying like I really having a look in the mirror moment and is like have I've become the monster. I've become the thing that I
Mm-hmm.
like don't want to be. Um and so she like turns around and starts trying to like disable everything and take everything apart and like she's trying to
Mm-hmm.
shut off all of the like electronics because now she's got this like almost like static, it almost sounds like dial up sounds like
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
her
Yeah.
mind
Yeah.
that won't like go the fuck away, and she's probably had it for years now that she just can't get rid of, and she's like
Mm-hmm.
now so painfully aware of it, that she's just trying to shut everything off. But in shutting everything off to try and cut herself off, he knows that one, it will destroy like everything, and then it truly will be pandemonium and
Right.
anarchy in the in an even worse way, but also like she is so ingrained in this and she is so mentally
Exactly.
psychologically attached and probably physically like through the actual physical wiring of her brain attached to these
Right.
connections now that
Mm-hmm.
like in doing this she could kill herself, and I think that she is very much not thinking about any of these
Right.
possibilities. She is just thinking, I have to make it stop, I have to make it stop, I have to make it
And
stop.
I think that's where, so if we're writing the ending, I think that's where Billy is
This is
able
so
to
sad.
break through all of these
Yes.
robots like holding him back, break through, and then as she's like looking away, just grabbing onto the laptop and just saying I'm sorry and then snapping it.
Oh,
And then like everything
okay.
just whoosh, that
I
would be
think
cool.
she shuts down. I think she actually
Yeah,
herself
right.
like passes out, and it like she goes
Mm-hmm.
into like a coma. And
In the
then you
coma, yeah,
have
for
like
sure.
this like epilogue scene. Maybe you have like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, if we're going full like superhero, let's go like Marvel style. You've got this like now epilogue scene of her still in the hospital bed, still in a coma,
Mm-hmm.
but the doctors like you know, things are starting to try and rebuild, and the doctors are saying, like, honestly, I think the sad thing is the doctors are talking about, like, the cost, or like someone he is at the
Yeah, yeah,
hospital
yeah.
talking to like a receptionist or someone about the cost, but because he has now become this world's like superhero, like maybe he's become
Hmm.
like notable as this world superhero,
I
he's
don't
got
know if
them.
Billy would tell people though. I don't know if he would.
But
I think he would be focused on like
but if crazy shit is
Roxy.
going on outside and he's trying to like
True.
calm things down outside while he's trying to find her, because maybe she went into hiding and she like disappeared and he's been trying to find
Sure.
her,
Yeah,
but now
yeah,
he's
yeah.
also got to try and like clean up all this crazy mess that's going on. He becomes this like kind of superhero, you know,
Hmm.
person cleaning up like neighborhood crime. It becomes like a Spider-Man kind of deal.
Right, right. Yeah.
Like a Spider-Man meets like Luke Cage, because Luke Cage is like bulletproof. That's his whole thing, right?
Yeah.
So
Luke
it's
Cage.
like,
Luke
yeah,
Cage is what I was thinking.
but like people know his face. They know who he is. He doesn't have a secret
Right.
identity like Spider-Man. So people know him, and he becomes like a public figure.
Right.
So imagine now at this hospital, and it is like maybe she's been in the coma for like a few months, like maybe it's been like a while,
Yeah, probably a
and
long time.
so
Yeah.
now it's like months later, things are still kind of trying to, get back, but he's probably talking to some like admin at the hospital about the price, and now because he has this like public figure status, he has the money to pay for her treatment, and
Hmm.
he is paying to keep her alive. um
Right.
and that's
Yeah,
yeah.
because this is a post-insurance world, right? Like
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
after the fact that everything has just kind of crashed.
yeah. And
So,
now it's like even the admin are like, look, I recognize that everything is messed up.
hmm,
Everyone's systems. We are still trying to figure out a way to rebuild and fix this.
rough.
Until then, this is what we need. And he's like, literally anything to make sure that she like
Hmm.
just keep her here. You know, like just do that.
Yeah.
Um, and
So then
then
my question is, does she reawaken?
that is what I'm thinking, is like we've got like, so Marvel scene idea is that you've got that epilogue scene, and that's like the months later. Then you've got the post credit scene. You've got the end like
Mm,
stinger scene, and it's
Roxy
her.
will return.
What'd you say?
Roxy will return.
Yeah. No, I think the like end the after credit scene is now she's at home.
Hmm.
Um, but I think I think she went home to like a maybe they have like a
Like
little
no
remote.
technology.
Yeah, it's like a little remote, like, farmhouse, like out in the middle of fuck all
Hmm.
nowhere.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's
That
what I
he
was
like
thinking
helped her
too.
get, and so the scene is him like showing up with like groceries to be like, "Are you okay?" Because she's still
Have
like
you seen? Have you
medically
played Cyberpunk?
recovering. No, but I actually,
Okay.
funny enough, Cyberpunk is one of the prompts in the Teacups of Fate,
Hmm.
solely because I like the aesthetic.
There's
I wanted to
there's
put
an
that as an
ending.
aesthetic tone.
Yeah, there's an ending
Yeah.
that's very similar to this, where like they just lose
Mm.
all of the ability to have cybernetics like
Interesting.
at
Yeah.
all. So it would be
I
kind of the same idea.
I think, yeah, this character, because I think like the end credit scene, like the very very ending would be her um basically like being like, she is still like medically, physically, mentally recovering from everything. And
Right.
so
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
probably like in bed, but she's in this like little farmhouse on this like plot of land in the
Hmm.
middle of nowhere. And
Right.
he comes
Yeah.
in, he like is coming over like with groceries, and he's been like kind of like her like caregiver throughout this.
Yeah. I think it would stay there for sure.
That's
Yeah.
so cute. Um I hate the fact that we're almost on time. Like we're almost at time. I
Yeah.
want to keep
I
going
know.
because I have so many
I
ideas for
know.
like, okay, is this a friends to enemies to lovers story? Is this a friends to enemies to like, have they been this like sibling dynamic their whole lives? Are they like, what is their, I want to know more about these characters, and I want them to interact, and this is the problem with this show, because every episode I end this episode with, I want to know more. I want to keep writing these
Hmm.
characters. I want to keep telling these story.
Yeah.
For the love of
I
God, let's
wonder.
play something.
I'm wondering if that would happen because like they hadn't for so long.
Yeah.
But
Because I
like,
think, like, if you want to do. So, I said at the beginning of this
hmm,
episode, like, most of these, I've had so many like ship characters, right? Like I
Of
ship all
course,
my
yeah,
characters
yeah,
because obviously I had a ship for Gisela, by the way.
right,
You knew about that. We don't
yeah,
have to talk
yeah,
about it, but yeah. So it's like, so it's like I love doing ships. I love doing this, but I think that this
hmm
one is really interesting to keep ambiguous because the
yeah.
truth of the
I
matter
agree.
is because people like okay, like Criminal Minds, people love to ship like Penelope and Derek, right? But
Right,
the point of their dynamic is they are very flirty with each other, but they're still
right.
platonic. I love the idea
hmm
of this being very like all their lives maybe people are thought like, oh, they're gonna get married one day, or oh, they're
Right,
so
right.
like, you know, whatever. And it's like people are like, I can't tell if they're friends or dating, and it's like that's probably
hmm
like a running kind of gag, like the one bit of like comedy throughout the story. But
Exactly.
I think this story is really interesting if we keep it ambiguous because
I
it
think
doesn't
so. I think
matter,
you're right.
you know?
Yeah,
Like regardless
they're
of
just
whether it
very
is
close.
yeah, like regardless of
Yeah,
if it is romantic or platonic or anything, like there is not a label to them other than we just
right.
love each other so much. And I
Yeah,
think that's so
I
beautiful.
agree.
Yeah. Well, um it's time, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
If anyone wants a sequel episode where we keep crying over these characters, let me know. I will bring Johnny back for that. He
Oh,
won't
I
have a
would
choice.
gladly
Yeah,
come back.
he won't have a choice. If I have to like drag you into one frame and sit here with me to talk in person, we'll make it happen.
Yeah, I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
And then if anyone wants to see me and Johnny actually play in a game together, feel free to go DM him directly and
Yeah.
bully him into putting me in something.
I just,
Um,
I
I
wish
don't
I
run
had
games.
enough
I
time to play
guest
with
on other
everyone
people's channels.
into
I don't
you.
host
Yeah,
games or play games
I
myself
know.
like on this channel. So like if I'm going to
Yeah,
play games with other people, if it's for content, I got to get casted by other people, you know?
yeah.
Yeah. The fact that I haven't
That's
been casted by you is frankly offensive. Um
Hey, 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 hey.
I said what I said.
Listen,
Moving on.
you're right.
So what'd you say?
I'll do a one shot or whatever. I said you're right.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to like see. The thing is that I'm a one campaign person, right?
I
Because
know
like
you
again,
are.
nerves and all of that stuff. So bitten is the one that I have right now, but one shots I can do. So I
Whatever.
think that's gonna have to be the entryway for our game.
Yeah. I think so.
Maybe
I
like
think it's
Candela or something because I like Candela.
Candelo's fun. Or you could I would love to learn how to play Daggerheart. It seems fun.
Daggerheart,
I'm
yeah,
just
Daggerheart is
saying.
fun. I love
Yeah.
it.
All right.
We'll make it
Well,
happen.
on that note, let's go ahead. Oh, do you want to give would you like to be the one to give our recap of everything that we've created? Give our like
Yeah.
movie
So
trailer in a world
yeah,
recap
yeah,
while I
yeah.
try and find someone to rate out to.
As as we enter into this movie, we find two characters that are best friends ever since moving into a neighborhood and just being neighbors together. They went through grade school, and after going to college, they found a experiment that, you know, Billy just has always been a person that's needed money. Their family wasn't very rich or anything, so found this experiment, and after hearing a very bad diagnosis for Roxy's parents,
We'll say
then
it was her
decided to
we'll say it
share
was
this.
her mom. Her mom had
Sure.
the was the sick one, yeah.
And so shared this experiment to gain money, got the money, but also gained superpowers. And Roxy was able to communicate with technology, and Billy was invulnerable, invincible, I think is
Both?
the
Yeah.
fucking invincible title goes
Yes.
up. Anyways, so after learning about their powers and escaping from this experiment, then Roxy decided to take on all of the world's problems through finding all sorts of information on the internet, taking money, putting it in places that probably shouldn't have been, and basically bringing down the entire system and hurting people along the way, in which Billy was able to say, hey, this is not good. There was a large fight at the end, and after all of that, Billy had to snap the laptop that was Roxy's connection to everything. And after that, Roxy had went into a coma for a few months, and after awakening, Billy had taken her to a rural home to keep away from technology and to live out the rest of their days disconnected. Who knows? But that's for next time.
But that is for next time, because goddamn, I will be making sure that there's a next time to this, because I feel like there is a lot of character questions that we did not answer. There's a lot of stuff that I could have said about Roxy, but we had to tangent into 8 billion other things.
Yep, because that's what we do.
Because I, for some reason, think it's a good idea to schedule my streams for after my meds wear off. And then I brought Johnny into the episode, so that's a problem.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, Brittany, thank you so much for complimenting my overlay. Fun fact about this, every doodle that you see along the border of the overlay right now is some kind of icon or doodle that is actually representative of the episode that it was for. So you'll see, like, below me over there is a little vampire mouth that's, like, biting into a crystal. That is from the episode I had with Onduin from Roll D5, where we made a witch and vampire enemies to lovers sitcom story. That one was super gay, super fun. We loved it. My personal favorite is right over here. It is 2 big tops ass to ass. Go and look at the reel that I have on my Instagram for that explanation. It was with Diana of the Rose, and it was so fun. Why did I say explanation? There's no context in that. We made a spaceship that was 2 carnival big tops ass to ass. Unfortunately, my chat commands right now aren't working, and I learned that literally, like, as I was setting up for the stream. So Johnny heard my whole fucking breakdown about that, so that sucks. But I'll put that in there. That is for Johnny, if you want to go find him everywhere. Johnny, plug your shit, too. Where can people find you? And then I will also put in my own stuff here.
I am Johnny. I made a How to Play Daggerheart series on my YouTube page. I run Bitten, which is basically a Daggerheart campaign that has the vibes of Last of Us, but in a fantasy setting. It's really good.
It is
so
really
check that
good.
out on my YouTube page.
It.
It's wild. I do stuff on the internet. It's mainly just that, because
right now,
I am just a win campaign kind of person. Yeah, it's truly just Bitten and Daggerheart and all of that, because it is amazing. I love it so much.
That's great.
Yeah, that's me.
Well, Johnny, thank you so much for being on my channel. Thank
you
for waiting patiently for the episode we pre-recorded to never come out. It will not see the light.
That's all right. That's all right. I had fun doing it.
So. You know what? Maybe it will one day. If I ever start like a Patreon, I'll put it on as like a from the vault type thing.
Do it.
We'll see. It was 2 generations of microphones ago for me, and 2 generations of cameras. So I don't know if I'm mentally ready to have to deal with editing that. But,
handle that.
Yeah.
I get that.
On that note, we're gonna raid out to the playmat. We're gonna go say hi to the playmat. What should we say? What's our thing? You know what? We're gonna say Squonk Vonk Zarovich.
Squonk Vonk Zarovich is too good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go Squonk Vonk. I'm just gonna put this in chat. Oh, he just ended. Never mind. All right. Well. Sure.
He rated Blizz. So.
Okay. Well.
Let's do Blizz.
Damn, I can't believe I missed that. Yeah, let's do that. Actually, no, you know what? I know what I want to raid into just because I like this channel and it's a good chill vibe to end the night. We're gonna go raid to Turtles and Chill. It is quite literally a live
Oh yeah,
stream of just watching turtles to lo-fi music.
amazing,
That's what we're
amazing.
gonna do.
I'm here for it.
Cool. While I get this raid set up, come and find me every Sunday. I do this at the same time every week. It is Sundays, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hopefully next week I will have the promo post up for earlier than just the day before the stream. No promises though. It probably won't happen. Knowing me, it'll probably that's how that's gonna happen. But come back. Make sure to follow Not Quite Novelists on Instagram, where you're gonna see all the updates. I have some really cool. I have one really cool thing that is coming that I've been working on really hard. Hopefully, I can get that launched soon.
Ooh.
I don't have secrets. I'll tell you guys. I'm working on notquitenovelist.com. I'm gonna have a website soon.
Hey,
I'm very excited about that.
let's
So
go.
yeah. So keep your eyes out for that. It's gonna be a long time. It's gonna be a lot of work, but hopefully.
Yeah.
And then if you want to catch the VODs of these, I will be catching up on my YouTube channel soon. So go subscribe to Not Quite Novelist on YouTube.
Do it.
On that note, be kind, be chaotic, and be creative. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.